Hello, my name is Mr. Steve Schmitz. I'm the proud director of the 72, I think, people behind me. The first piece we'd like to share with you is called Portrait of Freedom, and I first played it in an adult community band, so a compliment to them for playing such advanced music. It's by Stephen Reinecke. You will hear both exciting and moving music and solos by a lot of people. Noah Swanson on trumpet, Isaac Israel on trumpet, Gretchen Hübsch on trumpet, Olivia Kelly on flute, is that correct? On piccolo, excuse me. Elena Kalachi on flute, Amira Abdirahman on flute, and John Lawrence on horn. It was written in October 2001 to honor the first responders of 9/11/2001, as well as our military heroes who have made or are willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for our country and our freedom. I'd like to mention that we just want to honor right now those that have served or are currently serving in the United States Army, the United States Navy, the United States Marine Corps, the United States Air Force, or the United States Coast Guard. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Next, we turn to the music of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Have you heard of him? Originally the third movement of one of his bassoon concertos for soloist and chamber orchestra. We got to learn true classical style, which our friends downstairs in orchestra get to do all the time. So we had the challenge of making a modern band of 72 people sound like an orchestra of under 20 people. I'm proud of our senior soloist, Olivia Kelly, on flute, her fine playing, and the Wind Ensemble's work and attitude on this unique challenge. Please enjoy Rondo, Olivia Kelly on flute. I have a little bit of a personal attachment to the next piece due to playing it in college twice, as well as an adult community band, so that speaks very highly of Louise Marshall and her abilities here. With the fact, you'll be quite impressed with Louise Marshall on alto saxophone, I believe. Students learned this sort of old school style of band writing. It was written by a longtime legendary, I think 30-year director at the University of Minnesota. His name was Dr. Frank Bencresciuto. His students just called him lovingly Dr. Ben. I believe he's one of the famous things that he did besides write music and conduct the bands for 30 years at the U of M is he took them on a tour of the Soviet Union in about 1985, which is certainly an interesting thing to do and very revolutionary of the time and would be still today. We hope you enjoy Serenade for alto saxophone and band featuring Louise Marshall. For this final piece before the senior awards and slideshow and all of that fun honoring things, we had a lot of fun with 3 different styles. I'm guessing most of the older folks, and from what I understand from some of my beat-making students, this was maybe a meme or something, so some of the young folks might know this as well. Tiny Tim, local boys, tiptoed through the tulips, but obviously you can tell from your program that we have a little bit of a dad joke on that, tiptoe through the tubas. So it starts pretty standard, and it goes through a bossa nova variation, which is a Brazilian form of jazz, quite laid back, sort of gets unfairly named elevator music, and we believe they actually loved it. We had a lot of fun with it and found it wasn't really elevator music. We tapped into its chill origins on the beaches of Rio de Janeiro and really enjoyed that section. And then we end the concert and this particular piece with a 6/8 march in the style of John Philip Sousa. I will speak now so that you don't have to hear me later. The group behind me has only rehearsed this music together for about 80 minutes today. So they have band over 4 different periods, hour 2, 3, 6, and 7. So we never get to meet together, just sort of because of the pandemic's effects on band. It's not social, it's not fun to have 1 to 1.5 years of education on Zoom. These students are hardworking and talented, but also loyal, and they're survivors, and they kept our program going through some really, really tough times. Some of you were here 1 year ago when we were outside with literally, later clocked at 31-mile-an-hour winds, which I understand is half of a tornado, so we affectionately call that the tornado concert. And so we've come a long way. We still have, sadly, 5 kids out with COVID here, so it's not over. And so whenever I can, I'm still trying to wear my mask. But I truly believe that they've recovered to a point that it sounds like there wasn't a pandemic, and that's no easy task. Thank you for being part of our, taking part of our evening to support your students and music. After this, we will acknowledge each senior and their musical and personal contributions. For now, please enjoy Chris Moe on tuba. And by the way, that is his 2nd instrument. They started on flute and then took up tuba, making it really close to all states. So just a very talented individual. Please enjoy Tiptoe Through the Tubas.
Now we would like to take a few moments to acknowledge each senior and their musical and personal contributions to our program this past 4 years. The first senior truly embodies what it means to be a proud band kid. In my view, he is very proficient on 2 instruments, has a great group of band friends, and does anything asked of him that will help the program. We will miss his humor, helpfulness, and great heart. Please join me in thanking Nolan Anderson. Don't cut yourself. Congratulations. It has truly been a joy to see this next senior blossom into the young man that he has become. Yes, absolutely, seniors, go ahead and take your place of honor to see our slideshow as soon as you've claimed your rows. He's gotten extremely good at percussion, and mallets have been a particular passion and stress relief for him, especially the past few years. He is popular in our band program for all of the right reasons. We are all very proud when he performed about a 6 or 7 minute medley of pieces on xylophone at Pops this year. It takes a lot of guts and, controlling a lot of normal human performance anxiety. You'll be so missed. Carlitos Anguita Smith. Congratulations, man. The next senior we would like to honor is mature and has a kind and sensitive heart. Since he joined us as a freshman, I've always enjoyed hearing him just jam out with his friends. He knows a countless number of tunes just by ear and figuring them out. Just an aptitude and joy for music. And we wish him luck studying law in St. Paul. Will Bainbridge. Thank you so much. My pleasure, man. Congratulations. The next senior takes pride in his trombone playing and also in the esports arena. He has a subtle but very good sense of humor. Funny guy. He's well liked in our band program as well. He's been a solid contributor to all of the bands that he has been a part of. We wish him so much luck and happiness in the future. Mr. Cole Blavitt. Congratulations. Thank you.
This next senior joined our program officially only about halfway through this year, but they filled a vital role and became sort of a lifesaver in the jazz ensemble. We had no bass player. I was sort of paying a friend of mine in, let's just say Starbucks cards. That'll work. It wasn't that. So that their talent, their ability to learn quickly, and her can-do attitude, so appreciated. And it's also not forgotten that I taught her trombone many, many years ago in 5th grade at Park Spanish Immersion, so we've kind of come full circle. I don't know if she's here tonight because she performed hard last night at the Jazz Ensemble concert, but whether she's here or not, let's honor Mattia Bruns. Right, and this next person could not be here due to a family thing, so we're wishing him the best. Musical excellence is a family value, I would say, for this next senior. His dad was a very talented drummer. He came to us with a lot of raw talent, but what's maybe more impressive that he's really worked on areas that he needed to become a leader in both wind ensemble and jazz band, earning a nearly perfect score recently at the Edina 6AA solo ensemble contest this year. He is polite, he is mature, and just fun to be around. I truly hope that he stays close to music and keeps it in his life. That really goes for all of you. I hope that for tonight. I'm just mentioning it for this one person. You'll be very missed, Daniel Chambers Shaw. All right, living kitty corner to me, this next senior's family is more of a family friends. One of her moms helped us raise my puppy when he couldn't hold his bladder when I was at work long hours. And so I remember when I went to their house when this student was 5th grade to personally assess them for percussion, and man, it was the right choice. 8 years later, she's proficient on all the percussion instruments and takes great pride in her performance. She is kind, mature, inclusive, and an advocate for those that might be on the margins of our society. Also a good writer, as I've read in the Echo School newspaper. Please join me in thanking Sophia Curran-Moore. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another senior, I think this is the last group that I can say this for, I believe. I got the privilege to start on their instrument back in 5th grade. They also embody everything positive about being a band kid. They have grown musically and into a leader who is universally respected, I would say, in our program. Through good and hard times, I've seen their sensitivity, inclusiveness, and intelligence. I've truly enjoyed our conversations on a wide variety of topics. Please do come back and visit and keep us up with everything that you're doing. You just keep doing you. J.C. Demsisak. Keep doing you on the stage.
Thank you.
Thank you. This next senior was not able to be with us tonight. However, deserves honoring. Extremely intelligent, kind, and inclusive of others. He has a close group of friends in band and is definitely well-liked. He is very successful in academics. In fact, has helped lead the Quiz Bowl to advance to the national level. His gentle spirit and musicianship will be missed. Thank you to Truman Philbrandt. Next person is a polite young man who always has a smile ready and a positive attitude. He has worked very hard on his instrument and improved a lot, investing in a beautiful new one later in high school. He's an excellent team player, no complaints if he's on first part, second part, whatever, and a great human being as well. Thank you for all you've given to the program, Will Jednalski. This next senior definitely has a deep and abiding love for music, passion. He loves rap, really all music, has a deep knowledge about his favorite artists and loves to talk about them. He has a laid-back attitude for sure and a good heart. He's also invested in a step up, a nice instrument to help his sound and benefit the band sound even more. We're excited to see where this creative, open-minded thinker goes in this world. Noah Fisher. The next person has gotten very proficient in both an orchestra instrument and a band instrument. In band, he plays an instrument that is very tough, but does not always get a ton of recognition. He has exacting musical standards, I would say, for himself, and always asks intelligent musical questions well beyond his years. He's well-rounded, succeeding in track and field, as well as academics, and of course, music. It's been a pleasure seeing him grow. Mr. Thomas Hansen. You got to hear quite a bit of this student tonight, and you heard her wonderful musical skills. She does tell it like it is in a straightforward but kind way. She has shown great commitment to band, academics, as well as Girl Scouts, among other things, whether picking up a second instrument, a piccolo to help the band, or investing in private lessons. She has done whatever it takes to be excellent and help our program. It was great getting to know you better in California. Congratulations to Olivia Kelly. I still remember this next student's passion for music way back from 5th grade, and what a blessing to have some of them last in band this long. He tried to play classic melodies on his instrument like Star Wars and Jurassic Park, maybe even before he knew what the right notes were. He just had the passion and the ear and just did it anyway. The spirit was always there, and his skills have blossomed, landing him a spot, if memory serves, in the West Metro Conference all-conference band. Seeing his face light up whenever anything about dinosaurs is mentioned is truly a joy. Some of you know what I mean. He is well-liked, funny, intelligent, and kind. You will be missed. John Lawrence. One of my favorite traits about the next student is how helpful they are. They brought me a customized SLP homemade face shield when that was the mandate that we had to wear this astronaut gear for a while. And it just kind of brightened up the darkness of COVID. And another time, our light switch, things break. Sometimes we don't have some of the newest equipment. And so when we couldn't get it fixed in a timely fashion, like 2 months, they just went ahead and made a new light switch that worked with their 3D printer at home, just using their time, energy, talent, treasure to help. They are creative, intelligent, artistic, and they find joy in their closely knit group of band friends. Thank you to Sylvia Lepic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if this senior is here, but I suspect he might be. He was at the jazz concert last night as well. I first met him in digital beat making or world drumming, forgive me, one of those two. And he auditioned into our jazz band on guitar. He always asks detailed musical questions and cares deeply about how he does musically and how the band does. He is a mature and kind, thoughtful individual, and I'm glad to have had a small part in his life thus far. Mr. Paris Lim. Congratulations, bud. Thank you. Another person you just heard featured moments ago narrows it down, right? As you heard, she is an outstanding musician who plays with great expression, technique, and skill. Equally impressive to me is her commitment to music and our program, also to service. She's going to be serving in the Army as soon as she gets through basic. Your kindness, respect for all, and musicianship will be missed. Louise Marshall. I'm so proud of this next person, all of the students, but they navigated finding their identity in this already tumultuous time that we call high school. Not only did they succeed and compete at contests on their first instrument, flute, but also learned tuba to help the band program and even took that to competition this year. You heard him on his second instrument, tuba, earlier. They care so much about band, their friends, about being an advocate for those that society would put on the margins. Please join me in thanking Chris Moe. The next senior has incredible talent and passion in music. He's succeeded at a very high level at anything in music, and probably other than music, that he has put his mind to, from xylophone to I'll just pick up viola, the strange odd duck of the orchestra family, just to help the orchestra. No offense, orchestra friends. That's how I view it. Picking up jazz piano to help the jazz band, and just today to possibly, didn't end up needing it, but possibly cover for someone who is ill. I'll just learn a drum set part, a timpani part, just on the spot. He has a good heart, is smart, is respectful. We wish him all the success and happiness in the world as he moves forward. Mr. Jacob Nelson. Congratulations. Thank you. It's fun just listening to this next senior simply talk to his friends in those in-between moments. They just sort of pick on each other, and you would just laugh. He's been a loyal member of our bands. He has succeeded in academics, and he is on the verge of reaching the top level. I'm not quite sure if he's there yet, Eagle Scout, within the Boy Scout program. You will be missed. Thank you, Dylan Peck. Congratulations, thank you. And you're not Eagle yet, right?
No,
not quite. Soon. The next senior is an extraordinary classical pianist who I've had the pleasure of hearing several times over the years. His second instrument, his clarinet, has also been in very low supply since COVID, so he graciously took on the role of sometimes the whole section at times, depending on which class period he was in. Sometimes some pretty complex solos this year. He's very, very intelligent and polite. I particularly admire how he works with students who have special needs in a group called By Your Side at our school. Please join me in congratulating Ryan Prohovsky. I'll go back. Another member, going slightly out of order, of the last group of students that I started with in 5th grade. Don't worry, I didn't miss you. I just can't do alphabetical order, I guess. Okay, another member of my 5th grade class at PSI. To have heard his first notes, to his skill as a senior, the growth is extraordinary. I was so glad that he was able to finish his last few years with a solid and large section, 8 horns. Some of the amazing programs around us are pretty jealous of our horn section. I would describe him as intelligent, sensitive, likable, a good writer, as I've read over the years in the Echo, and certainly kind. Thank you, Harris Keekley. That's always my nightmare, to actually miss someone, but I don't think so. Okay, everyone in our program certainly cares about our success, but this next student has grown her leadership and maturity to a level that shows she cares more than average. Through her leadership in the flute section to serving as a teaching assistant, or TA, for Band 9, she has done quite a bit to help our program. I'm very proud and impressed with Jane Papiza. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not confident that he is here, but again, another jazz-only person, because guitar and bass doesn't really have a home here, unfortunately. He added a lot of talent and passion to our jazz band. In fact, if you were here last night, he was the one who did a guitar solo. Joe Satriani, very virtuosic. It was crazy to hear. Few people would even touch that solo. We hope that he will keep music in his life, and we wish him luck and happiness. Mr. Aiden Riley, if you're out there. It is very hard to keep 2 music courses in your schedule throughout high school, especially as a high-achieving IB diploma candidate. In fact, she may be the first person to actually do it successfully in my 11 years so far here. Sometimes she has had to take not 1, not 2, 3 classes the same hour to avoid dropping one. That's how much she cares. She is a very strong flute player and violinist, and a wonderful, smart person. I believe full ride to Yale. She wouldn't say that, but I'm just going to brag on her because that's pretty amazing. Thank you so much for all you've given our program and the orchestra program. Miss Simona Roble. The next student always has a positive attitude for challenges and just a ready smile for everybody. She has prioritized being in band even when her schedule tried not to let her. She is an awesome team player, and she really does truly care about her performance and that of the band. Talking to her is very much just like talking to another adult due to her maturity. Thank you for all you've given our program, Miss Ella Runyon. Thank you, Ella. Congratulations. I think his section would agree. This next student has been one of the go-to guys for solos, whether in pep band or concert band. Tried to get him in jazz band, but it's early. He has a beautiful tone, an impressive range, and is an excellent leader. He is loyal, hardworking, and coachable. I think these are some of the Boy Scout traits, if I remember from way back myself. And he is achieving at a high level, Eagle Scout, or about to be in the Scouts as well. He has a good sense of humor and is just an intelligent and very nice young man. We'll miss you a lot. Noah Swanson. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
You may have heard this next young man showcased last evening if you were at the jazz concert. He has been a very valuable asset to the band program at Park. He is talented, he is smart, kind, honest, inclusive, and has a great sense of humor as well. It's obvious that he will go far in life, whatever he puts his mind to and decides to do. He's simply been a steady and loyal member of our program who we will miss a great deal. Mr. Noah Tomback. Congratulations, man. Thank you. It's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure. And there could be a first. If I forgot you, I will make it up to you. But The final senior, I hope, has evolved a lot in his time at Park from what I've seen. He started his instrument about 3 years after his peers and is still on stage with them, auditioning into the top band and the jazz ensemble pretty early in his high school career. I've seen him develop into a really laid-back person, however, with a fierce passion for advocating for social justice and a better world. I know personally that band has been a refuge, a reason to get out of bed when it's tough and get to school, and a safe place to be. He's a true band success story, Mr. Jack Westrup.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Our amazing sound and light folks. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know last names, but it's in your program because I literally just met them today. But just to have friends that are that believe in the band program and willing to just volunteer their time is amazing. I'm sure you have heard me say before that what they do is a paid position, a staff position in most districts, and so we're very lucky to have them. Winnie and Aiden tonight, and Katrina would be here if she could, and then the other night Shira Hanovich as well. But I think I know who won these big national senior awards without that. So the first one is voted by their peers, and this has been an award since 1955. Thank you, Julia. Just in case I don't know. Thank you, Julia. Only one person is allowed to win per high school in the country. As required by the award, the person must be an outstanding musician who can lead their section and has great pride in their musicianship and the band. They're a great person with wonderful strength of character. Please join me, the John Philip Sousa Award for Band, in congratulating Louise Marshall. This one was probably the closest voting that I've seen in 11 years here. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award goes to the top jazz musician in each high school. Again, only one is allowed and can be sold to each high school each year. This is voted by the students in band, and as I said, it was really close. The person, as required by the award, has to be an innovative and talented improviser because that is the heart of jazz. They can lead their section, and they have to have great pride in the jazz band. Please join me in congratulating Daniel Chambers Shaw. The Director's Award goes to a student who is a talented musician who also just embodies the qualities of being a band kid. They need to do everything in their power to help the program and lead others to do the same. This is the sort of person that doesn't think twice about somebody forgot a drum, I'm just going to go out to the trailer after pep band, -20, doesn't matter, and just pick up after them and not even worry about it. Please join me in congratulating this year's Band Council President, J.C. Demsasek. Finally, I'd like to introduce a special guest to present the last National Senior Award. Semper Fi is short for Semper Fidelis, as most of you know, Latin for always faithful. Semper Fi is also the motto of the United States Marine Corps. Please welcome Staff Sergeant Benson of the United States Marine Corps to present this next award.
All right, so the Semper Fi Award for Musical Excellence is presented to Noah Tombach.
Thank you so much, Staff Sergeant Benson. Drive safely and have a wonderful spring and summer. And thank you for spending part of your evening with us.
And also, for Mr. Schmitz, from behalf of the band, a card with almost, as far as we know, everyone in the band program signed it, and flowers. Thank you for being our director.
Thank you so much.